Hey traders, it's Whelms. Just want to come on here real quick to share with you an ICT trading strategy that I'm going to be implementing going forward during the New York trading session. So that's 9:30 Eastern Standard Time to about 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. And during that time, I'm looking for a certain strategy. I'm actually going to be implementing a certain strategy, looking for a certain pattern. Let me say it that way. That pattern was taught by it's called the ICT concept. And I'm going to share that with you in this particular video. And one of the things that you'll learn is that the setup typically happens every single day. If it doesn't happen, then you don't take a trade. But if you're going to be like a hunter setting traps, and when the actual prey lands into the trap, that's when you're going to take a trade. So there's a couple of things you need to do before you actually take the trade, and I'm going to share with you the setup, how to set up the chart to anticipate and set up the trap. That way, if the candles fall into the trap, you actually place a trade. So looking at the chart right now, we want to definitely mark up our chart in this particular fashion. So we're going to go to the 1 minute, and we're going to grab our vertical line, set it for 10 a.m. right? We'll make that black. If we could make it different color, make it blue. So 10 a.m. and it ends at 11 a.m. Okay, this is where you want to actually look for setups. Okay, now the 9:30, I'm going to mark 9:30 as well, and that's over here, because during the 9:30 and 10 o'clock we want to mark the high and the low of that particular time frame. So we notice that the high was here. Okay, we could set that a different color if you want. So let's make that purple. That's the high, and then we can also set the low, which is right here. Okay, so the market eventually got to this point, and then it dropped down. Well, it started dropping down from like 9 o'clock on to this point, and then went all the way up to this point. Okay, now the numbers are pretty much on the right here, so you can read the numbers. But what we're looking for in this particular strategy is during the 10 a.m. session, okay, time frame, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., we're looking for a break of either one of these, and then an opportunity for it to come back and retouch a fair value gap. So what we need to do, okay, is wait for a break. As you can see right here, there's a break of the low, okay, and then we need to anticipate another break of the high. So as you can see here, there's a break of the high as well. So whenever you see a break, okay, you have to look for your fair value gaps during that break. And what is a fair value gap? It's 3 candles, with the middle candle being the biggest candle, but the first and the third candle, the wicks are not touching. So I'm going to open that up so you guys can see it. So here we see 3 candles, okay, and the wicks are not touching. So we got a couple in this area right here. So we're going to mark those up right here. We see this wick and this wick is not touching, with the middle candle separating the two. So this would be considered a fair value gap. Okay, we're going to mark it as such. FVG, fair value gap, and then we're going to mark this one as a fair value gap as well. This wick and this wick. Okay, and then we're going to mark up this fair value gap right here as well. Okay, so when I saw this happening, I marked up my gaps, right? I marked up my gaps, and I said eventually the market has to come back down and fill one of these gaps. So what I did was, okay, I actually took a sell on the top. So I entered during this area here. I did enter a little bit too early and had to sell out because I didn't anticipate it going a little higher than this area here. So I had to close out my order and then get back in for another sell because I knew at one point the market had to come back and fill those gaps. Okay, so what I did was I entered for short during this area right here. So once I saw this bullish engulfing candles and then you see these dojis right here, I went ahead and entered, let's say right here during this particular candle, and the next candle is where I entered. Okay, so you want to enter at the close of the candle, so that there's a bearish engulfing candle, and I set my target for a over here. Okay, and then I set my stop loss right above this candle here, and I got about a 1 to 2 out of this trade right there. Maybe 1 to 2. There it is. Okay, and that was a trade I took because I wanted to I miss it going up. Okay, you don't really actually want to place a trade going up. You want to place a trade when you're anticipating it to go back to hit the fair value gaps. And once it hits the fair value gap, and typically it bounces off the fair value gap and goes higher like it did over here, but this is past 11 o'clock. So I wanted to make sure that I stayed within the parameters of 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. So I entered for a sell and I got a profit of about 1 to 2 during this area right here. So I did hit my take profit and it ended up being a winning trade. Now I wanted it to come all the way down here, but of course what you want and what the market does is two different things. So please understand that, because the market will do what it wants to do, it won't do what you want it to do. Okay, but you set your targets for 1 to 2. So the trap was pretty much seeing these dojis, right? You have a hammer, then you have a gravestone, then you have a doji. Okay, and all these candles are telling you that it's going to reverse. And then what really convinced me that it was going to actually reverse is this candle right here, which is your bearish engulfing candle. So I went ahead and entered the trade right there, and it came all the way down as anticipated, and it was able to hit my take profit. I was able to profit out of that. So I'll show you the actual account that I was trading. I'm actually in a challenge right now, $15,000 challenge with this broker, and these are the trades right here. As you can see, everything was in profit, and I was able to bring the account back to $15,000 because I had slipped a little bit and took some really bad trades. So as you can see, if you look at the history, let's see if it'll show. If you look at the history, there were some losing trades and there's some winning trades. So these losing trades, as you can see, almost caused me to lose the account. I mean, look at all this. So definitely anticipate losses when you do trade. But then I made a comeback and I brought the account back to 15,000. I mean, look at this. But because of that little strategy that I, was able to bring the account back during that trading session. So I'm going to be implementing this trading session going forward. or that strategy I should say, between those time zones, time frame. Okay, and I was trading gold, so as you can see, gold is the pair, gold versus the US dollar is the pair that I was trading. Okay, and yeah, so the account's at 15,021 cents. So I am above 15,000. So the goal to make it's 9%. Okay, I gotta make 9% in order to pass the challenge. So I gotta get the account to up to 9%. And once I do that, I'll pass it. It's a one-phase challenge, so all I gotta do is just hit the profit target, and I'll be able to get a live $15,000 funded account, and then I share the profits with the company. It's like an 80-20. Well, I would earn 80% of the profits. They would earn 20% of the profits. Okay. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So if you're new to trading and you find this interesting and intriguing, and you want to learn, reach out to me. And I'll definitely put you on track to getting the necessary information to help you become a skillful trader. So the goal is to become a master trader within, it all depends on how fast you learn the strategy, and you just implement the strategy based on the time that I just shared with you. So you come out on the charts, if you're able, every single day and look for the setups. Okay. Now, I was fortunate enough to get the pullback to this fair value gap, because right when it hit that area, it consolidated and went right. So it just pretty much consolidated. Okay. But I didn't want to stay in the consolidation, so I was real fortunate that it hit my TP during this area right here, and I was out of the trade, and I was able to grab a bag and keep it moving. So it was a really good trade, and I thought I'd just come on here and share that trade with you guys. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm going to try to go live tomorrow on my Zoom channel. So if you guys want to get an invite, send me an email on metrofxtraders.com. metrofxtraders@gmail.com. Send me an email and I'll send you an invite when I do go live. Today's Friday, so I probably will go live Tuesday, so you have enough time to send me an email. That way I can send you an invite, and bring your notebook and pad, bring your notebook, your pen, and a cool beverage of your choosing, and just watch me train you guys live when I actually set up the chart for 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, so you guys can do the same exact thing and you can follow in my footsteps. So I can't guarantee that there will be a trade. All we do is set traps. So the trap was to find where the fair value gaps are, and then eventually take a trade off the fair value gap, and then it goes higher, because once it bounces off a fair value gap, it goes higher. But I didn't get into in time, because as it was making these higher highs here, and really never came back to touch this fair value gap for me to take it up. So I said to myself, okay, I'll just create the fair value gaps, and then when I start to see it pulling back, which is a reversal, right? And this is telling me, like, it was going sideways. And then I saw a hammer, I saw a gravestone right here, and I saw a doji, and this what gave me the final confluence, this bearish engulfing candle. So I entered here, and I was able to grab this little profit here and add it to my account, which will help me bring the account back to 15,000. So next week I'll be starting with a fresh slate, so all the losses are washed away, and I'm really glad I was able to bring the account back to 15K. So with that being said, I wanted to end this video real quick. Don't want to make it too long. Join the Academy, join my Facebook group. All the links will be in the description, so that way you guys could take trades like this going forward. So if this is what you want to do, I encourage you to take action. chat with you soon, and you guys have a great weekend. Bye now.